of all, I want to thank TEDxYouth for inviting me here and having this beautiful theme, the butterfly effect. Ever since I started writing my speech, I started thinking about all the little things that I've done and that I have forgotten about. So I really want to thank you for inviting me and having me here. I have not been the greatest with my speeches, but I'm going to give it a go. My journey in basketball began when I was just 6 years old. The purpose back then was completely different from what it is now. Today, I feel like basketball is itself my purpose, and I'm loving every bit of this magnificent journey. To get to this point where I stand, of course, there have been struggles I had to combat. Uncompromising determination, I had to yield towards the game, and all this could not have been possible without the support of my loved ones. But more than anything, it is the smallest of things, the tiniest of changes I had made in my life that have made my relationship with my basketball a fruitful one. Why does anyone take up sport? Just from the top of your mind, why would anyone start doing anything? All these reasons: got inspired by someone, found it interesting, all the other reasons. This woman right here started playing basketball simply because उसकी मम्मी की attention चाहिए थी. She just wanted her mom's attention. I swear. My parents enrolled me into roller skating when I was just 5 years old. During practices, I would see that every child's parent was present to watch the practice, but mine were not, because my parents were just busy with their work. So I started to roller skate on the basketball court when my mom was coaching. So she would at least look at me and see how amazing I was. And that's my story of why I started playing the sport. How would anyone go to practice? Parents will drop them or by bus or cycle there or something like that. But I used to skate behind my mom's vehicle to practice basketball practice also. I think this was my way of still keeping skating a part of my routine, but also wanting to look cool. Because you just have to when you're going to practice now. Fast forward to 2009. I was in the under 16 India camp when I was 14. And of course, practice was a grind, but getting ready to go on the court was a bigger grind. Of course, me being me, I had a brilliant solution. I used to again to avoid being in the crowded washrooms, like Chak De India, if anybody's seen that movie. I used to sleep in my practice clothes sometimes so that I did not have to wake up early. Sports people do something called shadow practice sometimes, basically imitating every action or doing every move without the actual equipment. I used to, when I was in Mumbai for under 16 camp, I used to go and sit on the court at 4 o'clock in the morning and sleep there because I thought I would become a better player quicker. If I spend more time on the court. I also used to tell my coaches that I had to go to the court for that I had to do before practice, just so that I could sit on the court at 5 in the morning. There's a lot of power in writing down your thoughts onto a piece of paper. You can give it any name: journaling, diary writing, anything. That feeling of hearing or seeing your own ideas and seeing that you have accomplished something small each day is just crazy powerful to me. I started doing this when I was younger, and I do it until today. Something I did as a fancy way of ending my day has now become a full-on habit. That everybody is a bathroom singer. I'm sure half of us here will deny it, but we are all Shreya Ghoshals and Atif Aslams in the bathroom, and we enjoy it. Well, this is me as well. My brain went the extra mile. I imitate and behave like how my favorite players would while I'm taking a bath. I practice my shooting style and some of my moves because no one is watching and I'm the only audience. And so why not? What would we all give to be a child again? To play with no world, with no fear of exams or having to wake up for work. We all thought adulthood was fun, but turns out nothing is harder. So whenever I'm not in camp, I go to my home court and coach my kids there. When I'm with them, it makes me feel like a child again. And it also teaches me how to keep having fun. Seems like this video is not loading, but I'll just go ahead anyway. For anyone to become great or even good at anything, it takes practice for sure. But mainly it takes consistency. It means showing up no matter what. It means giving it your all. And I learned this when I was really young. So come rain, come sunshine, you will find me on my home court at 6 p.m. every single day. And that's on days when I don't feel like moving too. At this point, you must be wondering, why did she tell us about all the trivial things that she did? Where's the stories about hard work and dedication? Of course, these stories exist. Of course, it takes patience and perseverance, but it is also the little things. I would like to end with the quote by James Clear in his book, Atomic Habits. All big things come from small beginnings. The seed of every habit is a single tiny decision. Thank you so much.